All right. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So you all have asked, and it is December, and we are going to hit this collection, all of the collection. We're going to talk about every fragrance I own. We're going to see what they are and how many, y'all can keep account, but I'm not. But anyway, we are going to go through it all, and we're going to start right here. So I'm going to do it in sections because that'll make it easier, and it'll have, part one, part two, and everything else. So let's get started on this section right here. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to say is the way my collection is set up. It's either by colors or it's by houses. So if I don't have a lot of a certain house, they go in the color sections. If I have a lot of a house of a fragrance house, then I group them all together so I can keep up with them. Now, as I go through these sections, I'm not going to talk a huge amount about them. I'll give you a little bit about them. And then if you all are like interested in any of them, really want to hear about them, because a lot of them have been talked about, of course. Most of them have at some point or other. But if you have any questions about them, put it in the comments. So then maybe I can, tell you some more information about them in the comments. Make it easy like that. All right. So now this is like the reddish, brownish area. So we're going to start right here. This is Love by Chopard. This is a rose fragrance, kind of incensey, kind of spicy. So it's very inexpensive. I will be talking about it soon, more in depth in another video. This is Purpura by Tiziana Terenzi. Now, honestly, I almost got rid of this one, but nobody wanted it, so I'm keeping it. But it is pretty much a dupe for Portrait of a Lady with a little twist. I do have a comparison video of these already. I'll try to make sure I put them in the description box or in the cards. Don't think that's not necessarily going to happen. This is Aramis's Calligraphy Rose. Now, Calligraphy Rose is discontinued, kind of hard to find, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous rose. It is a edgy gothic rose. I will be talking about it soon again, because I've talked about it in other videos, but we'll be talking about it again soon. So that is Calligraphy Rose. This is Roberto Cavalli's Deep Desire. Now, this came and went really quickly, but this is a beautiful orange blossom. It's very sexy. Unfortunately, it's very hard to find, but I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite orange blossoms. It's really great for the wintertime. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about it again, and it will probably be in one of my underrateds. So there we go, Deep Desire. This is Judith Lieber Exotic Coral. Now, folks be sleeping on Judith Lieber. This is a very summertime vibe. Think Holidays by Mancera, very much in that vein. Next up behind it is Judith Lieber Topaz. And this is a really interesting kind of ambery, smoky, oody vibe. So I'm going to have to talk about that soon, because I haven't talked about it in ages or worn it, to be quite honest. One thing about doing this collection, it will make me start looking at things again and thinking about wearing them. This is, I need to dust, honey. This is Calvin Klein's Euphoria Amber Gold. This is an plummy amber vibe, really good, really delicious. It is discontinued, and it's becoming harder to find. This is an oldie buddy goodie. Don't nobody talk about her no more. This is Asia Provocateurs Fatale Intense. This is a beautiful, sexy, at-home fragrance, because it doesn't last long, but she good. All right, next up is Jasmine Rouge by Tom Ford. If you know, this is a spicy jasmine, very sexy. This is the only Tom Ford that is left in my collection. Every Tom Ford that I've gotten, I have gotten rid of, but this one, she stays. All right, so now we got some purples. We got a little brownish colors, a little blue over here. There's going to be more blues than purples over there, but a few had to bleed over here, just so you know. This is Korloff's Majestic Tuberose. This is a very heavy tuberose. I think I talked about it recently, but I'll talk about it again soon. So I'm just going to put you down. Dang, this is kind of hurting my arms, y'all. I'm out of shape. This is Diamonds and Emeralds by Elizabeth Taylor. So we'll be talking about her soon. I'm just going to put her down. This shouldn't even be here, but since it's here, I'll tell you about it. This is actually a Middle Eastern, so it should be moved. This is Swiss Arabians in our oud. This is one of the few Swiss Arabians I still have, and I really love this fragrance. It is an oud, but it has mahogany in it, and it has rose in it. It is a really beautiful, stunning rose oud combination. It's a really beautiful oud, and then mahogany gives it a I'm sorry, teak wood gives it a very, the wood is very lovely and very interesting, and you don't see it too often. All right. These two, I'm going to take them out together. I'm doing this, so I'm looking at myself, so sorry. This is Magnificat. This is Mirabelle by Quinta Canto. The Mirabelle is a beautiful vanilla. Magnificat is more ambery. These are really great, very sophisticated gourmand vibes. Nice and subtle, not too much. Just the way I like a gourmand. This back here is another Elizabeth Taylor. This is White Diamonds and Rouge. I'm trying to make sure I got you right in the middle. White Diamonds and Rouge. Y'all, this is beautiful, sexy, gorgeous. I'll be talking about this one again soon. Ha ha ha. Then we have this little genie in the bottle, which I think is incredibly ugly. Some of the Calvin Klein bottles are ugly. This is Secret Obsession. This is a gorgeous, super amber, super kind of plummy. This is a gorgeous one too. And then we have Roberto Cavalli Ascenza. I was able to get this because somebody said it. It was really good. This is another one of those Cavallis that don't show up too often, and it is gorgeous. It is almondy. I'm going to be talking about it more in another video coming up, so I'm not going to go into much, but this is a really plush almond, very sexy vibe. Then we have Violet Eyes. Violet Eyes is a gorgeous iris powdery violet. It's a powdery violet. This is gorgeous. People be sleeping on the Elizabeth Taylors. They're really actually very good. I'm trying not to go out and buy them all because they're very inexpensive, and I'm on the verge of buying them all and having a huge Elizabeth Taylor collection. So I'm trying not to be that person, but it might happen. All right, next up is this. This is Rihanna's Cherry on Top. I talked about this in the underrated cherry, so if you want to see about that, that's where that was at. I just talked about this one yesterday, and I put it back in place. This is Andalusian Soul by Merchant of Venice. I love these bottles. They're so gorgeous. So this is Andalusian Soul. And then we have Eternity Intense. This is another thing. Calvin Klein is starting to make me say I should just be snatching up all of them. This is a very rich woman's powdery vibe. This gives rich woman. This is perfect. You could wear this anywhere. No one would ever know this is like a $20 bottle of fragrance, but this is Eternity Intense. And if you're an eternity lover, you need to start getting into those. And then finally, and this was my first Elizabeth Taylor, which is Gardenia. This got me started on buying Gardenia fragrances, Gardenia Forward fragrances. This is so lovely and so underrated and so beautiful as a summertime gardenia. So this is Gardenia by Elizabeth Taylor. All right, so now this section is Amouage and Maison Lancome. So let's talk about them. Presently, I have 12 Amouages, 13, but that one's out the door. I'm trying to sell Interlude, and I have sold Journey Woman. So overall, I've had 14 Amouages. These are the 12 that I own that will not be going anywhere. And that if I can add on from. So we're going to start here. This is sorry, this is Memoir Woman. Now this is an older amouage, and you can always tell the older ones because the name is not right here on the front, it's right here on the cap. And this is a beautiful amber. I think I talked about it just recently. If not, don't worry, I'll be talking about it soon. Next up is this beauty right here. This is Love Mimosa, baby. This is one of my favorites of the Secret Garden collection. I think this is my favorite. Well, between that and Love Tuberose. So that is Love Mimosa. Next up on this line is Ashore. This is one of people sleep on the shore. And I told y'all, talked about it all summer. I'm not going to talk about her now, but just know she's a beautiful, stunning jasmine for the summertime. That is Ashore. Then we have this one. This is the one that started my Amouage love. This is Amouage Honor Woman. This is a beautiful, beautiful white floral, tuberose forward. This is giving posh. This I always say this is giving trust fund baby. This is giving, rich woman without a care in the rich white woman without a care in the world. All right, so that is Honor Woman. All right, so this one, Figment Woman. This is a beautiful, beautiful, what I want to say, it's a tuberose, but it's an interesting tuberose. I have to explain it. I've talked about it. I love it. This is Figment Woman. Then we have, of course, this is Lilac Love. Like I said, these are the older ones. Like you can see the name on the side. This is Lilac Love. This is part of the Secret Garden collection. This is the chocolatey lilac that everybody adores, and it is beautiful. So that is Lilac Love. Amouage Portrayal Woman. So these are all, of course, the woman line of Amouage. This is Portrayal Woman. This is a smoky, sexy jasmine. And Blossom Love. This is it's a beautiful, delicate cherry blossom. You have to try it. It's very powdery. It's very gorgeous, but it's something that you definitely have to try because it definitely has it takes a minute to find the love for it. Because at first I was like, it's okay, but then I fell in love with it. So this is Blossom Love. All right, y'all. So this one is brand new. Just got it. This part of my Black Friday haul. I will definitely be talking about it. This is Amouage Lyric Woman. This has been on my wish list for years. And for some reason, I kept forgetting to get it. But finally, I just pulled the trigger and bought it because now I'm trying to be more intentional and purchase things that are more that I've been wanting as opposed to just grabbing things, which I'm going to say my Black Friday has a lot of, I just grabbed some things. But this is a spicy, beautiful rose. I will be talking about it in a video coming up soon, so I'm going to leave it right there. And then we have Sunshine Woman. I just talked about this one in the Comfy Cozy video, so I'm not going to go too much into this one, but this is one of my favorites too. I love this one. I wear it. I love to bring it out in the fall and winter time. It's a vibe. She's a vibe. Now, I don't even have to say anything about her, right? Right? I don't know Guidance. Guidance is the it girl, and I can't even lie. Folks love Guidance. That's all I'm going to say. Folks love Guidance. And finally, Love Tuberose. This is a very stunning and well-loved tuberose. It's got that whipped cream. It's a very creamy, sweet tuberose. You have to like sweet tuberoses, but you also have to understand this is a beautiful, creamy, much elevated, very posh, sweet tuberose. So this is Love Tuberose. Now let's talk about Maison Lancome. I have been in love with these for a few years. Excuse my Christmas trees. I honestly don't know how many I have at this moment because I have bought a few this year and added on. So we're just going to go through and we'll see how they are. So here we go. So we're going to start here. And this beauty right here is the original Oud Bouquet in the original bottle. I well, I guess I'm gonna get Oud Bouquet again because now it has resurfaced in the new Rose collection with Lancome. Because I should have got it when it was still in this bottle. But anyway, this is Oud Bouquet. I don't have to tell you anything about it. She's an icon. She's a stunner. There are so many dupes of this, and yes, Shagaf Oud is the original Shagaf Oud is a very good dupe of this. Next up in the original bottle is L'Autre Oud. Sorry, I just got that all in y'all face. This is L'Autre. This is a more woody, it is a rose oud, but it's a little more woody. It's a little more, it's not sweet, it's a little drier. So this is L'Autre Oud, the other oud. This one is Pivot Printemps. And this is the only one that I just have in the 30 mil because for some reason I just never have gotten around to getting it, but it's a really beautiful rose peony vibe. Roses Berberanza. Roses Berberanza. Nutty, oozy, stunning, beautiful rose. There's nothing out there that smells like this. Honestly, I've never heard of a dupe of this. I don't know why nobody duped it because it is stunning and people really want it. So this is Roses Berberanza. Probably because nobody has it to put their hands on it. Lavanda's Trianon. I won't get too much into this one because I just talked about it yesterday in the Comfy Cozies. This is milky lactonic lavender. Whew, she's beautiful. Then we have, let's see, what do we have here? We have Parfait de Roses. Oh, I just talked about this one too. Oh, this is, as I've said though, you can get Rose Rouge by Van Cleef & Arpels, and this is close. This is the closest dupe you will find, but this is a stunning, boozy, sweet, powdery rose. It is gorgeous. Parfait de Roses. Mille et une Roses. This is a newer bottle because it doesn't have the side. I just got this year. It is a beautiful rose at the price I paid. This is a stunning green, fresh rose. I do love it. I can't wait to wear it more in the spring because I got it late. It took forever to get to me. Thank you, Jomashop, for taking so long. But that is Mille et une Roses. This, if you have been around, you know this is one of my favorites, Maison Lancomes. This is spring in a bottle to me. This is Magnolia Rosé. I absolutely love this fragrance. Every spring, this is what I want to wear. This tells me it is springtime. I used to have a travel size of it, so this is why I haven't used up as much as this one. But yes, Magnolia Rosé. Jasmine's Marzipan. Now this has a following. It was very popular, but I'll be honest with you, people always call it this candied almond jasmine. I don't get that. I just get this beautiful, beautiful jasmine, but I don't get that almond. I'm hoping as it ages that it will, give me more of that candied almond. But this is Jasmine's Marzipan. Jasmine Doe. Baby, I love this one. I have not used this I have actually shared it with people, but this is a beautiful jasmine tea fragrance. It is so spring and summer. This is really summer. This is a beautiful jasmine, and it's a jasmine tea. It's still around. You can still get it on the gray market. I recommend it highly. Santal Cardamom, one of the most underrated from this house. And it is a spicy, gorgeous sandalwood. I love this sandalwood. It is one of my favorite sandalwoods. It is in, if you want to see what I said about it, it is in the underrated sandalwoods right here, Santal Cardamom. Figu et agrum. Now I got to be honest, I just bought it because I got a good price on it. It's a fig-based fragrance. I haven't worn it enough to give it a good talk about it, but I do like it. I enjoy it. This is definitely a spring summer, and I got it so late, I really didn't get into it. So just being honest, I just bought it because it was a Maison Lancome, and it's part of my collection now. And finally, ooh, hold on, there's another one. Oud Ambrosi. This is Oud Ambrosi. This is rose, honey, and oud. So this is the other oud in the collection, and it is a rose honey oud, and it is dripping and gorgeous. And this was in my underrated honeys, so look for that one there. And finally, Tuberoses Castaigne. Of course, this is a brand new bottle. I sold off the partial during my declutter, and this is my brand new bottle of it. But honey, this is another one that has not been duplicated, but it's so gorgeous. It is a chestnutty tuberose. It stands alone. It is not, no one, there's no other ones out there like this. It is gorgeous. This is Tuberose Castaigne. Okay, y'all, in case y'all didn't count, that was 14 from the Maison Lancome line. I'm still looking for Iris Dragé. This is my unicorn. But this is it. So these are the Amouages and Maison Lancomes I own. Let me know which ones you have. Do you have any of these? Come on, let's talk about the fragrances in the comments. And as always, my whole squad and my whole nation, thank you for hanging out with me. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.